Welcome to the Web of Tomorrow. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Harris. It's been a while because of the holiday season, and we're doing something a bit different this week. Riley and I are in different states for Christmas. I'm in Texas visiting family, and Riley's still in Utah. We had some technical difficulties recording this week, so we decided to each record our own short episode by ourselves. And I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about what I'm doing over this Christmas break. So I'm really lucky to have a great employer that I work for, Domo, and they actually give us 2 weeks off during Christmas and New Year's. And I always like to use Christmas break, whether I was in college or working, to do some sort of project that I've been wanting to do for a while, or learn something I've wanted to learn for a while. And lately, I've been wanting to learn about functional programming. And so that's what I'm doing this break, is I'm learning a little bit about functional programming with JavaScript. So what is functional programming? I have to say, I'm just getting into it, and I'm not exactly perfectly clear on what it is. And that's okay, because I actually think it's really important that as a developer, that you're willing to admit that you don't know something. You know, a lot of developers are afraid to admit that. You feel like you have to know everything, but I mean, it's completely impossible to know everything, and you're going to be constantly learning something new. So if someone's explaining something to you and they say a word or phrase or concept that you don't understand, I would just say, I've never heard of that before, or could you explain that a little bit? So anyway, I'm learning functional programming because it seems pretty cool, and it'll help me be better at my job. And also, I think it'll help me to learn React a bit better, because I heard React itself, you can learn in a day or so, or like 2 hours or something. But to get really good at React, you need to be good at functional programming. So I'm learning from two places. I've been watching the YouTube channel Fun Function each week as it comes out, and I've mentioned that on the channel on this podcast before. And over the Christmas break, I am reading a free book that's on GitHub called Professor Frisbee's Mostly Adequate Guide to Functional Programming. And it teaches using JavaScript rather than a more esoteric functional language like Scala or something that I don't know. And I think that's good because it lets me learn more quickly using a language I already know, and then I can actually use that in my day job. And then maybe later I'll learn Scala, because that actually sounds pretty fun to use a different language, and I think learning different languages makes you better at your main language. So that's about it from me, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to us in iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you could, take a minute to leave us a review. We really appreciate those. You can find us online at weboftomorrowpodcast.com and on Twitter at weboftomorrowfm. See you next year.
Hey guys, welcome to the Web of Tomorrow. I'm one of your hosts as well, Riley Carrasquillo, and happy holidays. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a project that I'm working on. Well, it's not so much a project as a new thing that I'm trying to learn, and that is React.js. So I actually personally don't know almost anything about React.js, but that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to share with you several resources that I'm currently using to understand React.js. So if you didn't know already, React is a framework, kind of like Angular, that was developed by Facebook. And it's the hot new ticket. A lot of companies in Silicon Slopes, and that's Utah, are looking at React and making some changes to their structure with React. And it's a really cool tool So basically, just as a quick explanation, it's a tool that can manipulate the DOM and apply changes using smart rendering. So that means that it knows which part of the HTML document needs to be updated and then refreshed, and that part only, which is crazy. Saves a lot of time, makes it so that you don't have to refresh the whole thing. Program isn't looking for changes to everything. It's only looking for the changes that you actually have made, or the updates that have actually been made to your project. Anyways, so the 3 top resources that I wanted to share with you today that I'm using currently to understand React are, so first, there's this one by Code Picnic, and I'm going to share all of these at the bottom, but the first one is this one by Code Picnic called A Quick Start to React. Now, if you want to, you can obviously just throw that into the browser, and it'll probably be the first thing you find. It was updated in April by this guy named Gustavo Leon, and he's got a really cool little quick start guide to React. Now, if you want to get more in-depth than that quick start guide, even though the quick start guide does show you code and it just gives you a really good summary of everything that's going on in a really simple way, it's if you want to go a little more in-depth, then the obvious place to go is the React website. So facebook.github.io/React is the place where you can find React itself, and it has a lot of docs, it's got a lot of support, a lot of, so that's the place where they're actually constantly updating giving you the updates. And so if you want to, you can go in there, and they have a lot of documentation, obviously, that you can go through and read to understand React. And that's probably your go-to place from here on out, honestly. But if you want to get a little bit more hands-on and not just straight up reading, then you can go to this place called bigbinary.com, and they have some videos that take you through a step-by-step process of building a to-do application. So if you want to actually watch some videos instead of reading documents or whatnot, then this is a really great place. And so that's what I'm going to be doing with my free time and my holiday. So if you guys have some time in your holiday and you want to go check out something new, go ahead and look at React. It's really cool. It looks like it's the next big thing. So have a happy holidays. And if you have a break, well, good for you. I'm glad that you got a break. Take this time to rate and subscribe us, and leave any comments if you guys have anything that you'd like to share or you'd like us to talk about.